What is going on, guys? Assassin here with some more Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Braun! Want to get back here and explain that bombshell?
Time is time.
Okay, yeah, Rocket still has the outfit on.
Hey,
Good.
and your understanding unimportant.
Can I shoot him? Come on, let me shoot him.
Hey, we're in this together, and Smart Money says it's gonna be a tough fight.
Even in earnest, you underestimate.
So, anything you can tell us about what we're up against will be a plus.
We're all on the same team. We've got to work together.
Imagine
Warlock.
ambivalent omnipotence, drifting in darkness.
Speaking of dark,
What the fuck?
Such was my celestial solitude.
What the fuck?
Power without purpose, until uncovered by Raker. His crew were convalescent. Plagued by a pox, I was serendipitously suited to soothe.
A ship full of sick people just happens upon someone with limitless healing?
We were need and needed, symptom and solace. They worshipped the wonder of my ways and declared me divine.
I think we know where this is going.
I do not know where this is going.
This is the scary part!
As the flock of followers fawned, a dark delight developed deep within me. And in the shadows it spoke.
Oh shit, I just realized we can work my camera.
Whelps, pernicious priesting, feeble fools fit for feasting. Hubris made hunger. A cancerous craving called.
Sorry, you got a
Nice.
shadow thing behind you. Oh.
What did it want?
Complete devotion. I too heard this voice, and could hear nothing else.
Adulation, flagellation, gorged with grief and consternation.
I told you this was the scary part.
I can make up words
It was
too,
pure
okay? You're not
putrefaction, sown from the seed of my strength. My soul stone gone sour.
special.
I resolved to rip it out.
Rip it out? How?
A mechanical marvel wrought by Raker would sever the stone from my skull.
Thanos needs that, so
Excise
you
the
should
evil
probably
entangled within.
protect that.
Translation: you let Raker steal your powers.
Whatever his wayward wander, he was on that day my friend. He swore to separate sanctity from sin, that my healing could yet be harnessed without harm.
Sure, but who's harnessing it?
I'm with Rocket. Raker knew exactly what he was doing. That man's a master manipulator. Damn it! Now you've got me doing it.
I bear no blame for my fallen friend. Our errant experiment all but broke us both.
Then how do you explain how your best bud got his hands on the stone and is now taking over the galaxy?
I cannot.
I think I can answer that. After I rejected my promise, I got pulled into Nikki's. Carell was there. She was trying to show me something.
Peter, you can't trust anything you saw in there.
This was different, and it felt different. She took me back to the QZ and I saw that Magus thing. I saw it get all twisted up with Nikki and I saw it kill Carell.
You hear yourself? How'd she show you this if she's dead?
Quite conceivable. Her soul may be snared by the stone, chained to the child.
That's what Carell said. The three of them are somehow connected. She said Nikki needs to accept her death.
Magus preys upon her pain, manipulates her mind while feeding on her flock of followers.
And I'm guessing it never gets full.
Its appetite is insatiable. If unassailed, Magus will absorb all.
We're gonna need one hell of a plan.
Well, you better come up with it quick, because I see daylight.
The bond between Magus and Matriarch must be broken. It harvests its hunger through the host.
So, Nikki's like the head vampire. If we cure her, it'll free the rest. Why didn't you just say that?
So step one, find Nikki.
Step 2, convince her mom ain't coming back from the dead.
Step 3, get that stone away from her and mop the floor with that Magus thing.
You show no shortage of assurance.
Yeah, this one's Mr. Positivity. It's enough to make you sick.
The stone is both bondage and bridge for Magus, and a young mind is most malleable. If Magus is merged with hers, she may not survive the severing.
We won't let it come to that.
Not to join the Golden Downer, but how are we supposed to find the kid? What are you... Oh, Flark.
What's going...
What happened?
Oh, Flark.
Right. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that ain't good.
They've got the Cortex. They can go anywhere, convert anyone.
Oh, hi! Nikki! I'm here! Look! Yeah! No, I don't want to join you. I'm sorry, but I don't want that.
We need to go now.
Why does that sound like you're not coming with us?
These are my people. Some still survive if I stay. Then we'll stay and help. Go. I'll be where I'm needed when I need to be. Just trust me.
Don't go dying on me.
She ain't. She's a badass. She would never
I'm
die.
starting to actually get you.
Okay then. Hey, back on the Milano.
You wanna pop a squat, golden boy? You're making me nervous.
Or perhaps your nerves need gnawing.
What did I do?
This precarious plan proves more meek by the moment. The Madonna was meant to be among us.
She knows what she's doing. Eventually.
Sorry sins I have wrought to wrest me among such a motley crew.
Hey!
Did he?
Get out of
Did
my
he take my
fucking
room?
room!
Not so much as a yip from the mud. Groot says he'll keep trying. Where's Mr. Fancy Words?
It is assumed Peter Quill's quarters. It was a daring display of dominance.
Don't you start.
Usually I'd say who needs him, but we do. So you better fix this one, Quill.
Just try not to piss him off any more than he already is.
If it is to be a fight to the death, I will honor the outcome.
If he kills you, I get your guns.
My god, Raccoon. I need to upgrade.
Wouldn't bet on
anyway.
Peter winning that fight. Took all 5 of us to beat him last time.
Oh.
I still can't believe he caught one of my smart bombs. Just like that.
We have already fought the man.
Hold on. You don't remember?
I remember sparring against the Celestial Madonna in a small village. And then the cold darkness of the promise devouring my soul. Until you found me.
Yeah, you missed a lot.
Hey, Quill.
You seem like you're in a good mood.
Do I? I've got a great idea for a new blaster extension. Can't wait to put it together.
Well, now that the gang's back together and we've got a minute to breathe, I think you deserve an official thank you for what you did on Lamentus.
Quill,
I know you don't like that kind of sappy stuff, but I really mean it. Knowing about the crap those scientists did to you, not only does it make my blood boil, it puts everything into perspective.
come on. It was just a puddle.
I don't know if I could have gotten over something like that.
You saved their lives, man. You deserve a bit of praise.
We rode and saved your lives, and scientists were involved. I have many questions.
Yeah, we'll save them for the next time we all get a drink together, buddy.
Also, I closed that fucking whatever.
What'll it be this time? Confetti jet boots?
Can I get those? How fun? Yep. That's gonna be all my shit.
Doing, done. I've made it foolproof, just for you.
Wow, man.
Did you just...
You have closed the refrigerator door.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
I thought I was the only one who ever bothered.
I thought I was the only one.
I observed the tree closing at once.
Glad you're back on our side, Drax. I got a feeling we'll need to go full destroyer on this one.
I shall be ready, Peter Quill. I have witnessed the threat posed by Magus firsthand. No one should suffer from its malignant lies. I owe all of you a great debt of gratitude. It'd be my honor to fight beside you with all of my might.
That's a lot of might. Groot agrees with you, Muscles.
Sounds like we've got ourselves a nice church butt-kicking party.
I only hope our guest agrees to join this buttock-striking celebration.
Gamora, are you okay letting Mantis fight the church alone out there?
She won't fight. She'll focus on evacuating people. Maybe they can all hide in the caves.
So she's just gonna let the church take over her homeworld?
Mantis would tell you that people matter more than the planet. And she knows that the church won't stop coming until we rescue Nikki.
You have great confidence in this celestial Madonna.
She's one of the few people I know I can trust.
Really? She freaks me out.
Because she's smarter than you?
And kinder.
Hey, that nickname makes my skin crawl. I'm furry, not fuzzy. Not even that little.
I forgot she gave him a nickname, Fuzzy Fuzzy Little One or something like that.
Did you reach Cosmo? It may be up to us to stop the church in nowhere. You ready?
He's worried about the mutt. Says it will be easier with his help.
I didn't think Cosmo would let the church take over his station. But if they got the Cortex, then... I take it Groot didn't reach Cosmo?
No dice.
The tree is persistent. He will keep trying.
He was the most convinced we could bring you back, you know? I don't know if it's optimism or stubbornness, but it works for him.
Why does this fridge keep opening? Close.
What am I doing? Everyone on this ship's been using this. Not today, brain parasites.
Use the toothbrush. It'll be fine.
My shoulders are sore.
Yeah, Mantis is heavier than she looks.
How is she connected with my soreness?
She rode your back all the way down the caves to Goldie's place.
Really?
I don't think that's where Golden Boy went to.
He's in your cabin if you're looking for him, Peter.
I know.
I know. Just exploring. Even though I've seen the ship so many times.
Would
I
a
like
wanton
exploring.
hand supply sustenance to this chamber?
He's asking for room service now?
We'll have to patch that tunnel. Hey, that one's from Lamentis. Does that mean it's a sacred plant? Groot, did you steal a sacred plant from Lamentis?
Rodent, you mentioned the Madonna riding my shoulders through the caves.
Yep.
There was more than one cave then.
You really don't remember anything at all?
I have a vague recollection of dampness.
Yep. That would be the caves.
Okay, I just want to check on Groot one more time, then go to
Please,
Orion.
recount your adventures in the caves of Lamentis. I should be informed of what I cannot recall.
Well, we found you in the village and Mantis knocked you out. Then we went down the caves until we found the cocoon.
Whoa there, you missed all the best parts. Like when Groot slapped the ancient tree god. Yeah, it was in the way.
The tree fought a god. Impressive.
Get out of my fucking room.
Hey, Warlock. Open up. This is my room, you know. And that would be my cassette cover.
You penned this pithy poetry?
It's not poetry, it's music. Hard rock. It's supposed to have guitars and bass and drums.
Simplistic scriptures, as is its scribe.
Okay. What's your deal, man? What did I do to piss you off?
Your lamentable leadership allowed the Madonna to leave when we needed her talents to travel to the telepathic realm.
Mantis had good reason to stay behind. We just need to get Nikki and get the hell out so we can find her again.
Your tenuous tactics trust too much to fortune. Can you confidently convince me your meager measures may amply manage this mission?
No!
No?
I don't know what you want from me, man, but I'm not about to bend over because you throw up the entire extended thesaurus.
I see. An antagonistic but appreciable argument. Seems you possess a spine after all. Your will may make up for your infantile frame of thought.
Oh, okay.
What about you, Mr. Fancy Words? How do I know you won't see Raker and have a change of heart?
Why would I weasel away?
Didn't you used to be best buds with him?
We were common company for a fleeting fallow, through which I witnessed the incommensurable extent of his sadness. He mourns his lost son.
That's why he's doing all of this. The church, the matriarch? Because he wants to get his kid back. But that can't happen, right? Magus can't...
No. Cannot.
So? We can count on you? When you reunite with Raker, that man's gotta go down.
Indubitably.
Oh. And he locked me in.
So,
My room again.
how is he?
Frustrating. It's like talking to Suzanne Harris at the summer dance all over again.
Ain't that the Hume girl you tried to impress with your yo-yo skills?
Yeah, and it went about as well as talking to Mr. Cape.
What's a yo-yo?
Like, okay, one more. I gotta check up on the llama. You good, llama? Okay, llama doesn't want to talk. Okay, we're heading out.
What happened after you entered
Groot,
the
start the
caves?
engines.
It was all moist and gross inside.
I am Groot.
Only you would find that amazing.
The cave network was huge. We had to go down several clicks.
Girl on my shoulders.
Yes. I guess that explains why we ain't been able to reach Cosmo. If you don't answer it, they'll vaporize us.
I will handle this communication.
All yours, buddy.
Hail, traveler. Have you accepted the truth of a divine promise?
We have. My deceased wife and daughter are with me. We thank the matriarch for her gift.
May the promise be fulfilled. You are clear to land on the spaceport.
Thumbs up.
All them bars. And betting parlors.
And noodle joints.
Maybe it's not as bad as it looks.
I assume it will be worse.
Raker rallies regiments, while we wait whistling in the wings.
Landing as fast as I can, Gold. What the flark?
Great! Cocoon Boy thinks he's a butterfly!
He is a man of action.
Raccoon boy thinks he's a butterfly. He's flying away.
Let's just hope that he can keep the church busy while we look for Nikki.
Didn't think you'd be able to bluff your way through security muscles.
I am quite adept at deception.
We're gonna need more than that to get to the Continuum Cortex and rescue Nikki.
Watch the ship,
Especially with
Chewie.
Golden Boy jumping ship.
We'll be back
Should we,
shortly.
like, try to find him?
After we finish this suicide
Lose
mission.
focus if we are to save the girl.
Drax is right. Let's just hope
Close
Warlock
the
can do a bit
refrigerator
of
once
damage
again.
on his side.
Because no one seems to give a fuck. I got it.
I hope we can salvage some stuff if we go through the market.
I'm
Not scavenging. I mean like salvage some mementos. Who knows what'll happen with Nowhere now that the church bulldozed it.
So, final showdown against Raker. This time, you'll get him for good.
Ah, excuse me.
I intend to. We're not leaving here without Nikki.
As we were leaving Lamentus, Peter Quill compared the matriarch's predicament to that of a head vampire.
I am Groot.
Groot wants you to know he'll do all he can to save your kid.
You know what? I think I kinda understood that.
Your kid sure got herself in a deep, Quill.
Her mom died, man. If Warlock's telling the truth, that thing inside her is using Corell's death to manipulate her.
I get it. Ain't gonna be easy getting her out of there, but I'll die trying.
Give me 1 second. Okay, I am...
We're all a bit scared, bud. But we got no choice. We gotta extract that kid before whatever's inside her eats the galaxy.
I'm not scared.
I am scared. I live with fear every day.
You take care of the Milano, okay? Make sure the ship's still here when we come back. Ready, Drax?
I am. My blades are as sharp as the rodent's tongue.
Was that a metaphor?
It was a simile.
Let's go.
Let's do this. Time to save Nikki.
Peter.
Okay. Just be cool. Let me handle these guys.
Welcome, travelers. Have you come to witness the fulfillment?
The what now?
The realization of the Matriarch's promise. The beginning of a new world. One without death, or pain, or fear. You should know this. Weren't you vetted and cleared to land here?
What? Of course we were.
How are you not aware of the fulfillment? Something is wrong. These heretics must be stopped. Attack!
Rejecting his promise and fully accepting his family's death shows Drax how truly strong he is. He'll now deal moderate damage and heavy stagger to a single enemy, and a moderate stagger to all nearby enemies. When enraged, he also deals more stagger while raging.
Next time, you're on your own!
What the fuck happened? What happened? Excuse me? What the fuck? I was alive for like a second and then I died. Stupid.
Put him on!
Load up, Rocket!
Oh, that.
Broke another cultist!
These deluded souls do not know when to quit!
Brutify him, Groot!
Peter Quill, unleash me onto these fools!
You wanna go? You wanna fucking go?
Blitz him, Rocket!
This one is primed for punishment!
Boom.
Wacko's better pray their new world comes without death or pain or fear, because I'm gonna kill him for flarking up this spaceport.
They have been very busy redecorating.
All the more reason for us to get to the Cortex and find Nikki.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's gonna be a lot of secrets around here probably, so like, I gotta explore. So, I'm sorry. But, yeah.
The promise is to be realized here. Converted will be flocking in to witness it. Are we the only new arrivals?
We must be late, as usual.
Okay. So there's two ways over there. I'm guessing they lead the same direction, but I just want to double back and check. Okay.
Drax, can you pull it?
I will comply.
Wasn't there anything over here? I swear there was a thing over here I could pull.
We need to move if we want to find Nikki.
Yeah, Quill's just doing some preparation work, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, we should prepare faster.
Preparation. Okay. What's up here?
Assuming we find the girl, how do we sever her connection with Magus?
We don't. The Cocoon Boy ain't around to suck it up afterward.
We'll just have to reason with her.
Ow.
We're wasting time, Peter. I don't like the sound of that fulfillment thing. What was that?
He says you, seem tense.
Scott! Cosmos Tower's shut down.
That's because it's never been dark before. You do realize some of the guys shooting at us were nowhere security?
This does not bode well for the dog.
Never was the Mutt's biggest fan, but we could have used a backup telepath.
Just because the tower shut down doesn't mean Cosmo is too. Last time we were here, he knocked out me, Gamora, and Drax, and Lady Hellbender's bounty hunters, like it was nothing. We just gotta have faith he's okay.
Really, Peter? Faith?
There does appear to be an excess of it stored here.
Wow, you know what? I'm sorry. Okay. But if any of you guys see any suits, just let me know. I know we're trying to save my daughter and everything, but at the same time, the suits come first.
Kinda dreading what we're gonna see in the marketplace.
The same thing we saw when we flew in.
Yeah, but it'll be up close. Nowhere really stunk sometimes, but...
Flark! Over there!
There's so many of them. I thought most nobodies would have rejected the promise.
Everyone wants something they can't have.
Yeah, but these crooks were suspicious of anyone.
Yeah, I don't know, Rocket. Like Gamora said, everybody wants something.
The church tailors their offer to the individual.
Seems to me most of them would give in.
Or they'd be killed. Not an easy choice.
They got Flark and Faith batteries everywhere.
Just like on Hal's Hope.
Perhaps they have built another giant ray
Also,
gun
there's a
inside the
lot of
continuum
shit.
cortex.
To siphon faith from multiple worlds at once? Is that even possible?
The energy ain't filling these batteries. It's moving away from them.
So they're powering something.
Sure looks like it.
Bro, I'm so happy I got this ability, no cap. Like, literally can look for so much
I'm
more.
surprised the church was able to seize
material.
the cortex. It seemed pretty secure last time.
Wasn't half as secure as the dog thought.
The Church's forces increased by the tick. Their superior numbers could have easily breached the defenses.
While we got just the 5 of us. Filling us all with confidence there, big guy.
Ow. Did I read that? Thanks.
Don't suppose we could try tricking them again? Make them believe we're all promised stuff?
Not unless you can fake that purple glow they all seem to have.
Each of us offering our service in Sears Square have the unique method of divining the future for our clients. Myself, I could see colors outside of the commonly perceived spectrum and interpret their stories. The reader who works closest to me can interpret smells. My good friend Jerome perceives face vibrations through his finely haired tentacle in which he wrapped his customers tightly. We cannot ignore the fact that we are all experiencing glimpses, tastes, and twitches of the same future. It confounds us for fire and pain, then light, true peace, acceptance is at the end of everything, working so close to the rift. We often get flashes of endless void, but this time we all agree this is different. And it feels much closer. There is a growing glow with me. Gold. I now see the past clearly. I now see the past as clearly as. Seems like they're accepting the promise.
I had a contact
I'm
here
so confused.
rotations ago.
You did? Was it Blurf? No.
Shh! Try not to give ourselves away.
Am I gonna have to shoot them, or are they gonna leave? I think I'm gonna have to fight them. Okay.
Lousy bushwalkers! Get ready to die!
They do not fear death.
Don't mean we can't hurt him first.
God damn it! What? Fucker! I'm gonna die.
At least
What?
they go down easier than the bucketheads.
I am barely breaking a sweat. It is acceptable to ask for help, Peter Quill. Rocket! Safety's off!
These are just grunts!
Maybe they really believed Drax earlier!
His belief could not save him from death! Go for it, I'll feed him!
More batteries the deeper we go. 100 units says they're tied to the fulfillment.
Priest said that they were
They
bringing...
can't raise the dead, especially after we saved Nikki.
I've been thinking about what Warlock said.
Which part? He hasn't stopped talking since we met him.
About how Nikki and that Magus thing might be too intertwined to save her.
Is that what he said? It's easier to understand Bug Lady.
You're welcome, by the way.
When we are done here, we will need to tell a Rhapsodus about these adventures.
Oh, what?
They are the keepers of Catathian lore. This will be an epic tale.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know where to go.
Wonder if any of these fortune tellers saw this coming.
Unlikely.
Oh, this way.
They were all charlatans.
Okay. Right then. One thing.
Over here! Looks like we can squeeze through.
We must be close to Mantlow's bar. Can you see it?
Not really. There's a lot of debris in the way.
Ah, fuck it, why not? I'll just get that. If you want to get the big payout smuggling jobs, you'll know it. You can't go looking too fancy or too scrubby. Can't look like a gun for hire neither. Gotta find that comfortable middle ground that says I ain't gonna lose my cool if Nova Cards pops up on my screen. That is that suit.
There is no way through this wall.
Could be a bunch of wackos just waiting for us on the other side.
Good point. Peter, you should find a way over to check.
What? Why me?
Ain't you the leader of this outfit?
Fine.
Peter!
Well, that didn't work.
Clark, I'm going in.
What about the fanatics?
I'll toast them if I see them. We're the only ones that can do this, right?
Clear back here, Quill. Looks like you're gonna have to yank a chunk free from this side, though.
If I can find a way over there. Gamora, you should be able to get your sword in there now. Give me a boost.
Let's hope it holds.
Really?
Oh, Scott! Not Mantlow's. Oh. Look at her. This is personal, Quill.
Peter, let's go!
Hold on.
I'll just hang out here, I guess.
There has been no sign of Goldie Braun since he left from our ship.
Adam Warlock.
Might be splattered somewhere across the lower city.
Or got picked up by a wandering creep squad.
Or maybe he was lying about which side he was on and is just waiting to attack us.
The Warlock carries an old grudge. He did not align himself with the Grand Unifier.
I know how much you love this dive.
It was the one spot in this whole Flarkin galaxy where a guy could feel safe. I mean, except for the bar brawls and the security raids and the bounty hunters.
We'll drink to it later. Right now, we've got to keep moving.
Yeah, that's the way. Okay. Thank you, Drax.
Yeah, what do we need the Golden Boy for anyways? We were doing fine without him.
I was not fine. Magus was devouring my soul. Your memory is suspect.
My memory is flawless. I'm just an optimist.
Ha! Mantis brought us to Warlock for a reason.
Warlock's stronger than any of us, and he's got a pretty good reason to hate Raker.
So you buy his ripped my soul in two story.
Just saying, if anybody stands a chance going toe-to-toe with Raker, it's him. And we're gonna need the Grand Unifier out of the way if we want to stop this ritual.
Throw the meat into the meat grinder to keep it busy.
That's not what I...
No, I'm on board now, Quill. It's a solid strategy.
Hard to believe how much the place has changed.
Even if they rebuild, it'll likely never be the same.
Okay, where was I? This way. Okay, got that. Okay, let me check down here. I have to check. If I die, it doesn't matter. I have to check. Very good. Nope, wrong one, damn it. What's this? The fuck? That is the creepiest shit I've ever seen. Please get it off my screen. Please. That's so fucking creepy. Okay. Headed back up this way. How Gamora cut down these, whatever they are. Warriors.
Careful, Peter Quill.
Guys, look down. It's an awful lot of light.
You're thinking it's the full Flarkman, ain't you? But it could just be runoff from the cables. Whatever these whack jobs are up to, they need a lot of juice.
Perhaps this is how they powered their fleet to reach Lamentus.
Nah, the Cortex could handle that on its own.
Maybe Raker's trying to reanimate the celestial head. Bring it back to life?
Perhaps he wishes to turn it into a ship.
Ah, this thing's deader than dead. It ain't coming back, and it ain't jumping through no hyperspace.
They say Celestials are powered by hyperspace. Regardless, we must reach the Undercity to find the girl and stop whatever they are doing.
And we'll have to be ready for them to try and stop us.
The converted ones will be prepared to die in order to bring their loved ones back to life.
Which is pretty ironic, if you think about it.
What must it feel like to have one's soul torn in two?
If Magus was half my soul, I'd be happy to get rid of it.
I'd want to get rid of the Warlock part too.
Oh, wait. No.
That's not the way to Cosmos.
Might be something down there we can use. Groot.
Yeah. Gamora.
Ah, the seedy underbelly. You know, they used to run a poacher's ring out of here.
Is that what that smell was?
Yep, rotting beasts from Maclu 4. was really hoping there'd be hover bikes down here.
Why would there be?
No outrageous parking fees, for one. And two, sometimes you want to drop something off without anyone else seeing.
Can you squeeze in there?
Yep, let's see where it goes.
So if there were hover bikes down here, should be.
Should be. That's, yeah, something. Nothing else? Okay.
Find anything?
Dead end.
Let's continue before Nikki becomes a dead end too.
Wow. That's kind of dark.
Our level of cooperation is invigorating. We have become a formidable team.
Yep,
I feel like
sure
whenever I
have,
play
Drax.
those things, I'm hardly doing
One
much.
big, happy Flarkin family.
What are you doing with that garbage?
She's not garbage.
Behold the power of the light! Via Magnati!
What the fuck? Who are you?
The Guardians of the Galaxy! Save the believers and alert the Grand Unifier! The fulfillment must not be stopped!
I'm fucked.
That's it. He finally snapped.
Gamora! Wait for us!
I have assuaged the threat.
Thanks, Big D! Rocket! Blast him! Gamora! What's going on?
Who knew open cultists could be this much fun?
These zealots do not fear dying.
Yeah, well,
Rush him, Drax!
Whatever happened to not running in?
The larger one is mine.
You won't ruin her this time!
Oh wait, I just realized. Ability. Okay. I think I'm the only. I'm the only one missing an ability. Starlord fires in the air, lobbing several cannons at the enemy below. All foes got in the black area, received moderate damage and staggered.
On right now, Gamora!
Church voter keeps pulling from his bag of tricks!
What is
Off
this,
that
Peter
fool so
Quill?
we stop handing out trades! What's next, Peter?
I'm trying.
Not again!
What was that? I was destroying something!
Not fair! He's boosting everyone but us!
Smoke! A little idea, but it's no conduit!
Get out of here, bitch!
There are more arriving! Wish we'd found some flarking hover bikes!
I'm second.
Gamora! What's going on?
Get out of here, bitch! Nice job,
I
bitch.
am trying to destroy!
Oh, fuck damn it. Ah!
You won't ruin her this
Breathing room, Groot!
Oh, damn! Oh, shit! Gamora going ham. Shit, he's already dead! He's dead!
You good?
Never better.
Yep, definitely not good. Gamora, wait, hold on a sec.
Why? So more children can be sacrificed in the name of Raker's flarked up church?
Of course not, just
what, Peter?
I don't know. Breathe.
Every minute we waste. We don't have time to breathe.
I know Raker brings back bad memories.
This isn't about Thanos. It's about Nikki and what men like Raker and Thanos do to girls like her. Like me. My sister. If I had just been better at protecting Nebula, maybe she wouldn't be dead.
Whoa. What? Nebula's dead? How? By who? Tell me, so I can find him and shake his Kratak in hand.
By me.
You killed your sister?
She is the one you saw in the Matriarch's promise.
That's how I knew it was a lie. The Nebula I knew had been twisted into a hateful, vengeful monster thing. One who would never stop unless I stopped her. So I did. I just never expected to survive.
Why didn't you say something?
It's not exactly a conversation starter. Hi, I'm Gamora. I murdered my sister. Can we be friends? Of course we can't. How can you be friends with a monster? Why would you want that on your team? A team I actually kind of enjoyed being on.
I murdered my
All things
mother.
considered.
I mean, it was in the promise, but
Well,
still.
I hate Nebula, so I actually would have... What? I'm just saying it don't change nothing.
Actually, it changes everything.
Eh.
The most deadly woman in the galaxy just admitted she loves us.
I did not.
You did. You said you were in love with us right after the
I said I enjoyed your company.
That is the Catathian definition of love.
Like, I'll give you like. Can we just move on?
Agreed. That's about all the love fest I can take.
We accept you, Gamora Zenwilbury.
Pretty sure we're married now.
This is excruciating.
That's
All
how
right,
marriage
I'm pretty
works,
sure
I
we've all
guess.
caught our breath. What say we go stop the nutjob cult leader?
Yes.
Oh, we were just having a family moment. You fuckers are there. Having revealed the truth about Nebula and found a family who accept her for all that she is, Gamora no longer holds back. The deadliest woman in the galaxy now deals super heavy damage by hitting a single throw. With more. Ah! Thanks! Oh, shit. That got
Just gonna get harder from here!
They are coming at us from everywhere!
And we're gonna stop them every time!
Damn it! Attack the mother!
Oh, thanks, buddy!
Why are there so many of them?
Goes to show how many unhappy people there are.
This combat is sure to draw the Warlock's attention!
Just hope Warlock's causing a distraction somewhere.
Could be, or we barely testing this thing!
We need to focus on taking it down.
That's another religio nut!
No, Gamora!
On it!
Rid of that fucking. I think he got rid of him.
There goes the arm!
Can't even scratch that thing!
Keep them busy, Groot!
This has got my name on it!
Chop them up!
They are coming at us from everywhere!
Won't stop us from stopping them!
I'll just walk right into that one!
God damn it! Stop hitting me, you damn shit!
I'm coming! Time for the big guns! No! I wasn't being insensitive! You're right, you owe me one, Quill!
My great strength goes underutilized!
Hi! Groot, on Titan!
So we can forget what I just said, right?
I am glad you provided us, Gamora!
Damn!
How is he still standing?
No! I had the thing right there and I think I'm dead.
Get back in there, Tiger!
No, 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 no.
Love away, Rocket! It's
There's
just
no
gonna
way
get
I'm alive.
harder from here!
I relish the challenge!
Oh my god.
That's
Bro,
one
he's
big,
such a
bad,
bitch!
stubborn robot!
There's too many!
Looks like even she's got her limits! Drax! Kick them! Get him!
Stop!
Thanks for the
You got
assist.
Let us resume at full force!
With access to the Cortex, who knows how many reserve forces they can bring in here. We gotta shut it down!
Let's get to the bridge. Cosmos Tower is the quickest way.
Question, can I explore?
You see that kid in the ritual thing?
I could not miss him.
You think the church did that to his head? Or was the poor sucker born like that?
Okay, so they're over there.
You know, I usually hated when that Cosmos spotlight would shine down on me, but now I kinda miss it.
I did not know you were so sentimental.
Almost drowning changes a guy.
Um, Hi.
So, Gamora... how am I supposed to drop the most interesting thing she's ever done?
Why do they keep blocking everything off?
Because now they expect us.
We need to find another way to the bridge.
We should be prepared in case the Grand Unifier arrives.
I'm more than ready.
That sure is something.
You know, I used to spend the rift, wondering where I belong.
With us, Rocket. That's where.
He's right.
Can't make it over there. Okay, there's something below me, but I don't think I can get there, and I don't really want to die, so...
Drax?
I have been eager to topple something over.
Really? A faith force field? Let's get looking then.
Can't you do something to shut off the power?
I tried doing something with this, but it won't let me do it with this.
That's it, Peter. Let's go. We need to get out of here before Raker shows up.
All right, dead ahead. Let's book it.
Now is not the time for literature.
But this...
What? Oh, great.
Guardians of the Galaxy. The Matriarch has chosen to enact the fulfillment from this station. And you shall not stop her.
She hasn't chosen anything. You've been manipulating her from the start.
She is the light. And I am merely her servant.
Kinda hard to be the light with that dark monster thingy inside of her.
Blasphemy! You may have rejected her promise, but you will believe when it returns you from death's cold clutches.
Hey! Yeah.
Your pain has pushed you to a perilous precipice, old friend.
How? It can't be. I saw you die.
The form is fleeting, but the foundation remains forever. Now cease this stubborn senselessness before it reaps a ruinous reward.
Ruinous.
Oh, damn.
Oops.
Big solutions! Thanks, Drax! Rocket! Go wild!
Take down the flyer! He's healing the rest!
And he will suffer for it!
Where the fuck is he?
Charge me, Matriarch!
Do your thing! Right! We gotta get to that elevator!
At least the rooftops will provide some cover!
We'll see his squad!
Oh wait, I forgot.
Guys, huddle up!
Yes! Celebrate this moment, my friends! Victory shall soon be ours! They shall carve our name in the history books, Peter Quill, and it will not be spelled incorrectly!
Guys! These creeps ain't gonna win against us. We're wanted men.
The assassin, rodent, and tree may well be criminals, but I have served my time.
I meant we're renegades. We roll the dice because we're not afraid. So what do you say we put those losers out there in the ground? Who's with me?
This
Seriously? Unique.
I only got what the fuck?
Groot, snag him! Okay! We gotta get to that elevator!
At least the rooftops will provide some cover.
Anybody feel bad killing these stones? Because I don't!
These assailants do not fear dying!
That one's tapping out!
Time to close his eyes! Permanently!
Die.
On the left!
Marcus, sniper! That coward!
We need to close this distance!
Ah, goddamn. What the fuck am I doing?
Make sure you don't fall off!
Make sure those snipers don't hit you either!
Oop, oh.
Belief in the matriarch could not save this one!
Good! Because there's a lot more where he came from.
Hi, sniper. Funny, you came away from me.
Of course it was easier to get to before! Been too long since I blew something up!
Get away from the edges!
I gotta get close to get over!
So many lousy angles to cover!
That just gives us... This'll work! We can leapfrog our way back onto the bridge!
Leapfrog?
It's a... Just follow my lead!
Oh, fuck, that's not... Okay.
Hope all the god stuff wasn't just talk!
We're sitting ducks!
You are wrong on both counts!
Gamora! The billboard!
Good call!
You find more snipers over there! You save me one! Of course it was easier to get
Perhaps this will tell tale of our battles here!
Yeah.
Oh man! Back on Earth, there was this great song!
Stay away from the edges!
I gotta get close to get over! Punch it, Drax!
Trooper now!
That's right, big guy! Show him who fought!
You struggle in vain! We approach the dog's tower!
We still have to fight our way through! Make sure you don't fall off!
Make sure those snipers don't hit you either! Hey, Quill! Wanna see some fireworks?
This dazed fool will no longer sully the Nova Corps!
Just once I'd like to cross this bridge without incident!
The Warlock saved us from certain death!
Hold them down! Okay! We gotta get to that elevator!
At least the rooftops will provide some cover!
Get down here! Let me shoot you!
Stay away from the edges!
I gotta get close to get over!
You're welcome!
I can always count on you, Gamora! Chop, chop, Gamora! It is too fast!
Once he's down, you'll get your chance, Drax!
We approach the dog's tower!
Hold on, Nikki! We're coming!
Peter Quill, unleash me onto these fools!
I see it!
Did he die?
Nice to meet you!
No, wait.
Oh, yeah! Take that, Nova Scott!
Get the point?
How is time to strike!
Wreck him, Drax!
Running and gunning on rooftops. This is kind of fun.
Bye bye.
Is that why you shot him?
That was great. Right in the butt.
Hmm.
Did you see the look on his face? Oh my goodness, Wriggle rear.
His perfect posterior! His
Champion cheeks.
Look out!
Do you first, faithless!
Let's not add to our problem!
So many lousy angles to cover.
That just gives us a fighting too close!
We approach the dog's tower!
Oh
And
shit.
we're almost halfway there.
Make like a tree! Well, I guess Goldie survived that jump!
I swear, if Warlock kills Raker before I get a chance...
Perhaps this will tell tale of our battles here!
Oh man!
Bye.
Back on Earth, there was this great song!
Running and gunning on rooftops. This is kind of fun.
So now you're finally happy?
How many are there? Nowhere, Soda.
As long as they're here, they can't go through with the... whatever they called it!
The full clock there.
That was not the game!
I like it better. Next time, you're on your own.
Dead. So dead. So big dead right now. So much dead that I'm gonna be equally
Now
dead.
it's Nova!
They're not Nova anymore,
Stand
Peter!
down.
Put down another fanatic!
Zonked out weirdos deserve it.
Oh my god. Gosh, right now I'm like trying to live.
Don't
Thanks,
make this a
Gamora!
habit. Make sure you don't fall off!
Draw their fire while I cross to the next route! Another cultist quelled!
Good! Because there's a lot more where he came from. Stay away from the edges!
I will toss them to their deaths!
I was just trying to wake him up!
Zonked out weirdos deserve it.
Finally! I think they're giving up.
Just in time, because we're not getting back on that bridge.
The main bridge to Cosmos.
Where?
It should be, right below it.
Battle must have been tremendous. Is any of this structurally sound?
Something tells me it never was.
We need to be on the other side of this thing.
We're not getting over.
Would under suffice?
Yeah, but I'm just looking around.
Perhaps we should summon the ship to deliver us to our destination.
That's one way down.
What's so special about Goldie anyway? Yeah, he's strong. But what good is strong against ridiculous, unrelenting firepower?
All right, Groot, stretch away.
Look, they're still at it.
At least our guy seems to be winning.
Oh shit!
Groot thinks we'll be nowhere royalty once we save it. Assuming they don't blame us for the Grand Unicorn. Oh, you gotta be flarkin' kidding me.
Don't suppose Groot knows another side route.
If I could just get to the other side, I could hack that thing and drop the bridge.
If you can get to the other side, we can get to the other side, and it wouldn't matter.
Throw me.
What?
Throw me! Just get muscles to huck me across.
Do you have any idea how far down it is if you miss?
We ain't got time to argue. I'll make it.
Leave this to me!
Uh-oh.
Whoa!
God, that wasn't Rocket!
You are a valued member of this team, not a tool to be thrown about.
Worried about this ritual. And what's really gonna happen if we can't stop it.
Ain't gonna be dead people coming back, holding hands and wagging tails, that's for sure.
We don't have to worry about that because we will stop it. More specifically, I'm gonna make Raker eat my element guns.
Perhaps shooting him would yield better results.
And then we're gonna bring my daughter home, and that's
That's what worries you.
one problem at a time.
Must suck to be a celestial head just floating around the edge of the universe's stuck toilet, and then parasites move in and build a space station. They start digging out your brains until a death cult evicts everybody and starts blowing up what's left of you.
Can't relate. Go away. I can't.
How dumb are these flartnards to even fall for this full flarkment garbage?
Magus demands adulation, trapping you with vile illusion while feeding on your soul.
I felt it in my promise too. That endless hunger.
Oh yeah. Hungry is an understatement.
Holy faith!
All that light isn't leading to the cortex. It is the cortex.
How could that mutt let this happen?
Looks like you'll get to ask him yourself.
This isn't going to end well.
Cosmo!
We've got to get down there!
Don't count him out just yet. I've seen him get out of worse scrapes.
He's being exposed to the promise.
Get away from my dog!
Wait, it's my dog? I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Oh, okay.
We pump it at him, big guy!
Off of us first. Thing's pretty tough for an old machine.
Why does the dog not mind blast them?
Something's wrong with him! Cosmo, you've got to snap out of it!
Fight them, dog!
I'm fucking up like all my controls right now.
Move away, Rocket!
Hang in there, bud. Well, do something. That's right. You don't work with nowhere, stuck holes.
I'm ready! Just find me an opening!
Man, that giant robot can take a lot of pain!
We need to focus on taking it down!
I'll use Drax!
On it!
Yeah.
Ah! The mechanical beast is running out of limbs!
Mark! Whoa! It's got cat!
Guys, huddle up!
We got this, team.
Everywhere we turn, our enemy confounds us, Peter Quill. It seems we no longer remember how to fight.
Oh, I remember, big guy. But these flarknards are destined tough.
Yes, it's tough out there. But have you forgotten who we are? We fear none.
Flarkin' right.
Because we've never known another way. Shoot from the gun, cross us, and you know you'll pay. Who's with me?
Can't wait to take him down!
Oh, yeah.
Why does the dog not mind blast them?
Just buy him some time to recover! Bring him up, Rocket!
Cosmo, you've got to
hurt, Gamora? Cosmo! Talk to us here! The dog is lost in memories of the past! This is an historic battle! Something tells me we got more scraps ahead! It's underutilized! Now's your chance, Gamora! Order up!
Kick his ass. He's nothing. He's weak.
I guess this means there's no nowhere resistance.
The dog is not dead yet. We gotta keep him off Cosmo. Let's worry about keeping him off. Well done, you two. A tactfully executed maneuver. Feels like I've been shooting that big spot for hours! It is as venerable as it is large! We must break it! Look who's flirting with the assassin! Cosmo! Talk to us here! More talking! Use your mind stuff to help us out here!
Last time someone got stabbed! There has to be a way to really hurt this guy!
Drax! Shut him down! I will enjoy this! Why does the dog not find blast them? I don't think he's in there no more!
Ow.
You must better remember us saving his tail here! Damn, that giant robot can take a lot of pain! I got all these toys, I'm just dying for you! Let's do this! Ding ding! Round 2! Let us finish this!
Keep the hurt coming!
Ah, shit. He's cursed. He's got the promise! Or he accepted her promise, or whatever.
What the fuck are you doing? He's one of them now.
He's our friend.
Yeah, so is Drax. And I ain't going inside this fleabag's head.
Maybe it doesn't have to come to that. Hey, buddy. Are you,
Oh, shit.
Take him out before it's too late.
Wait! He's still in there. I can hear him.
I hear only barking.
Focus your mind. He's there.
Oh, Clark, it just shoot the mutt!
No!
Easy, bud. Friends, remember?
Is Peter Quill? Cosmo knows never lie.
Yeah, buddy. It's me. It's all of us.
Where is Cosmo smelled? Smell of nowhere.
Where else would we be, Furbrain?
His mind is addled. Or he is simply a dog.
He doesn't see us. He's still in the promise.
Cosmo, where are you? What do you see?
Blue sky and cars to chase. Cosmo is back. Doma, how you say? Home.
He's talking about Earth.
Smell of fresh grass. Feeling of dirt between paws. No psychic burden, just walkies for going. And the ball for fetching.
If you missed your home planet, could you not simply return at any time?
Not a time that matter. Same reason Katardian not go home.
Nowhere is your home. Right here and now.
Nowhere is nothing. Dead heads, mind for scrap.
It's way more than that. This place is special.
If by met you mean I saved your bark, then yeah, we met here.
It's true. Nowhere was first place since Earth. Cosmo not feel like stray dog. First time, Cosmo forget. what was lost.
This place is a haven for misfits like us. Like you. It's home. Earth is just some rock where you were born.
It's not about rock. It's about what Cosmo had on rock. Foot of bed for sleeping, belly for rubbing, color with name.
You miss being someone's property?
Cosmo not property. Belong to family. Then one day, family gone. Men in suits sent Cosmo into space. Cosmo searched many dog years for those he lost. But yet...
You had owners. It sounds like they gave you up.
Family would never turn back on Cosmo.
I lost my family too. My mom died right in front of me when I was just a kid.
Then Peter Quill should know. Cosmo would work like dog to get family back.
If they are part of this promise, these humans are most assuredly dead. Do not be swayed by the bribe of their return as I was.
Promise is only empty until fulfillment be. Perhaps it's Katatian who lost hope too quickly.
Come on, Cosmo, you gotta know this doesn't smell right.
Peter Quill is right. Cosmo human have no smell.
They are wicked perversions. You must bite them with all your might.
Be gone! Cosmo not fit your lies.
That's it, buddy. You tell him.
Nowhere is Cosmo home be. His pups, his family, will protect at all costs.
Yeah! Sick 'em, boy!
Should we help him?
Yeah.
I mean, we may need him.
I am optimistic for the beast's recovery.
Cosmo's got his mission. We've got ours. Let's get to the Cortex. You think he'll be okay?
He's got a thick coat.
All right, I still got access codes from when me and Groot were on vacation.
You mean when you quit the team?
Why do you always gotta be so... Flark! Attacking Scratch Snatchers! Gah!
Cosmo changed the codes.
I guess so.
All right, people. Let's find another way through.
Perhaps you entered the code incorrectly. I have made the same mistake.
With those sausage fingers? Of course you have. These nimble digits don't make mistakes.
Yep. Definitely something gross behind here. Drax, can you handle this?
An intriguing texture. I fear I will regret this.
Just don't start kicking up dust.
1 second.
So, stolen codes, jail time. What exactly were you and Groot doing down here before?
We got a gig from an old contact at Mantlos before you barged in for a family reunion with Mr. No Lips.
Not the weirdest guy I know.
You're the weirdest guy I know. The flark was that?
An earthquake?
Unlikely. We are not on Earth.
Whatever they're doing, I think they just took it to the next level.
The way the church spreads their faith tech everywhere, it's like some weird disease.
The ritual must be starting soon.
Good question, bud. How do we know we could even stop something this powerful? Probably a question for the bug lady. Too bad she ditched us.
To save her people. She knows what she's doing, or...
When he was in his promise, Drax said Magus was...
Eating my soul.
And anything that eats can die, right?
That don't sound too scientific.
Guardian of Galaxies, Cosmo is owing Bolshoi death.
Welcome back! Hey, we've got an army of church dudes between us and the Cortex. You coming?
Yeah, Cosmo is retaking power of security, where his cops are hiding. Without power, nowhere is being lost. Cops too.
Gotcha! Be careful up there, buddy!
Watch the large one's explosive!
The sooner we get out this
Okay then.
Well executed! His end draws near!
What's the term? Less lethal?
Throw that, Drax! Carrying a pain from Drax! I love it!
Motherfucker.
Right!
I don't know where they're all coming from. Just walk them! Bombs won't do scut!
Eyes on the prize, Peter!
Next round's on me!
Ready!
Slash him, Gamora! Come, fools! Come die on this brain! This is so weird!
How many times have I saved your butt now?
Not going into the light this time, little buddy!
No, you can't hurt the brain! It's already dead!
I'm activating it. Okay.
It is acceptable to ask for help, Will!
Close the distance! Don't let them pick you off!
Those poor goons got brain security detail.
Gross.
That's a lot of brain powder.
Yeah, that stuff will turn your airway to sludge. Gray lungs, they call it.
Good thing I've got my mask.
Oh, that won't help. Them particles are so fine, they're already seeping right in. You probably already got the gray lung.
Lungs are already gray.
And you know that...
I have seen them many times.
Well. And fuck. And fuck. I'm gonna die.
Groot's asking if there might be tiny people living inside our heads. Quill, for somebody who wants out of here, you're sure doing a lot of hanging around.
I can't get back up to the catwalks.
You used to get up there.
Yeah, I'm looking. Drax, little help, Heave-Ho?
Readily.
Need your muscles again, Drax. Set her down, bud.
What are you doing? That's the way we came.
I'll be quick.
I don't know what's more dizzying in this place, looking up or looking down.
Do neither. Look your enemies in their eyes.
What if I could? Staring down somebody's crotch ain't as effective.
You came from that way, right?
I'm surprised Thanos never tried to take Nowhere's resources during the war.
Don't ever underestimate the Collector's political power. He's got something to bribe everyone.
The Church accepts no bribes. They seek only submission.
Heave-ho, Drax.
Where would you like it, Peter Quill?
Drax, over here. Hurry.
I move as swiftly as is necessary.
Well, you know I was just messing with you.
What's that?
There ain't no such thing as gray lung.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Oh, you so fell for it. Gray lung.
You're an asshole, Roger.
Did you guys know?
Oh, yeah.
Naturally.
You're always good for a laugh, Quill.
Think you can anchor to this, Gamora?
Guess we'll find out. I've been thinking. Yeah, the nobodies look out for themselves, but they're also paranoid.
That's an understatement.
So maybe at the first sign of... What do you see?
Same stuff, but higher.
Oh my god. Finally, I'm talking to this. I was so happy though. I stuck this away. What suits do we have for it? Okay, so it's the 5 of Office. it's just plain fact that bad guys always have the better costumes. Not that I'd ever let the Guardians go that route, but what would it look like if we did freaking cool? No doubt. I guess we could always be one of those dark, brooding teams. Maybe I'll run it past the rest of the game.
Ugh, I have brain chunks stuck between the ridges of my boots.
As do I.
Like somebody's melted gum.
Nobody better trail none of that
But,
gum into my ship.
What was I gonna say? I'm gonna die. That was not what I was gonna say, but...
How about right here?
Is this the costume? Because it says Apocalypse, it doesn't necessarily say 5.
What's in all those towers and pods?
There ain't no zone in here, so it could be anything. I know one of them's half library and half pleasure pod.
I really hope it survived.
What do the buyers do with all of the brain matter?
They buy bone scrapes and spinal fluid too.
Why?
They're mostly scientists, trying to understand the mysteries of the universe or create the next big weapon.
I don't understand.
Careful, this place is practically falling apart.
Could be all of nowhere, looks like this soon.
We'll get back on its feet.
The giant head does not have feet.
It used to.
So they just up and left all this once they discovered the cortex? Right about there.
Seems impressive.
I want
to get a look from up high.
Scoping?
Scoping. This place smells weird.
It's the brains. Goes sour if it sits too long.
Smells like metal and, I don't know, something else.
Korea.
Oh.
Waste product of a large
God damn it. So, that happened. I need to... I don't know why I'm doing it.
That's a lot of brain powder.
Yeah, that stuff will turn your airway to sludge. Gray lung, they call it.
Good thing I've got my mask.
Oh, that won't help. Them particles are so fine, they're already seeping right in. You probably already got the gray lung.
Drax, little help, Peepo?
Readily.
Drax, over here, hurry.
I move as swiftly as is necessary.
Quill, you know I was just messing with you.
What's that?
There ain't no such thing as gray lung.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh, you so fell for it. Gray lung.
Whoa. Careful, this place is practically falling apart.
Could be all of nowhere, looks like this soon.
So they just up and left all this once they discovered the cortex?
If by up and left you mean that mutt went barking mad and booted everyone out, then yup.
Not surprising. Imagine that thing falling into the wrong hands.
We don't have to.
I think I should be able
What'll
to
it be this time? Confetti jet boots? Got you covered.
Yep.
On it, and finished.
I got all upgrades. Let's go. That's a hog.
So, about my raise.
I think that's everything. Let's go down.
Whoa! Tremors have intensified.
That's one way of putting it.
It is an accurate statement.
Oh, what have they done to you?
Oh god. I don't know why I'm still collecting. I literally got all the upgrades. It's just addicting. Leave me alone.
I'm surprised Thanos never tried to take Nowhere's resources during the war.
Don't ever underestimate the Collector's political power. He's got something to bribe everybody. The wonderful and terrible things we were gonna do together.
I hunger.
For battle?
I did not eat on the ship.
You, okay, Rocket?
No, I ain't okay. The Cortex, nowhere. What's gonna happen to this place? This filthy dump of cheap booze and shady units is the closest thing I got to a home.
This isn't the first time someone's tried to take over Nowhere, and it won't be the last. We've still got Cosmo on our side. Once we give the church the boot, he'll whip this place back into shape.
Hopefully not too good a shape. Thanks, Quill.
What do the buyers do with all of the brain matter?
They buy bone scrapes and spinal fluid too.
Why?
They're mostly scientists, trying to understand the mysteries of the universe or create the next big weapon. Minor hiccup we need to consider. How do we even shut down the Cortex now that it's all supercharged?
Yeah, there ain't gonna be an easy off button on that thing.
Any chance you can hack it?
We ain't talking about some junky appliance.
The Cortex isn't the problem here. It's the Flarknards who've hijacked it. We take them down, and the Cortex is just a machine with nobody at the wheel.
How do you know there is a wheel? I saw no wheel.
Yeah, there ain't no wheel, but I don't like the idea of just leaving that thing powered up with church scud. We should focus on them faith conduits. I'm betting they all route through the same junction. That's gonna be the weakness.
Here they come! A whole lot of them!
Soon to be one less!
Two!
Our mighty battle shakes the very ground beneath us!
Just be careful with the stalks there, big guy! Bust out the Starclaw! They've got fake tech everywhere!
I wish we had time to demolish all of these! Not until we've dismantled the church!
Getting real sick of these skiffs bringing more goo!
Ah, fuck off!
Probably yelling bad poetry at somebody! Just keep swatting! We're almost at the Cortex!
I settled this, whacked out soldier!
I hope Worldmind has a solid life resurgence, Paul, and rush them, Drax!
Why do the mightiest powers of the universe not intervene against the church?
Over here! Guess we're climbing brains again.
Gotta get across that gap first.
Just so you know, I'm reserving the shower indefinitely after this.
What's in all those towers and pods?
There ain't no zone in here, so could be anything. I know one of them's half library and half pleasure pod.
Really hope it survived.
I don't know, bud. It's pretty unstable. What do you think, Quill?
Sorry, it's a secret. But I see no.
All right, Groot, let's make a bridge of our own.
Just watch out for quakes.
Man, I really hope Warlock makes it to the finish line.
No, Goldie ain't counting on us. To him, we're just a bunch of scuts soiling his fancy boots.
He's seen what we can do.
More importantly, we know what we can do. All right. right. Easy now.
So, once we get Nikki, we wait for Warlock to catch up?
And the bug lady.
Our plan requires a great many people.
Who said saving the galaxy would be easy?
After kicking Raker's butt, I wouldn't be surprised if Warlock finds us.
That still leaves Mantis.
We'll have the Cortex by then. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump back to Lamentus. Careful. It gets a little... Whoa, 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 whoa!
Peter, do you want to do the honors?
Totally. Watch this.
Watch this. Shot him in the ass.
Stop him short, Groot! Rocket! Do your thing! Watch it! They're crawling out of the woodwork! Good! More for the bloody reaping!
Feels like I could aim in any direction and hit something!
I'll try to stay out of your way!
Let's shoot my breathing room, Groot!
Getting expensive! Explosives ain't cheap!
Cosmo will cover it! My guy keeps dodging my shots!
We'll tear down this church, wizard! Just try not to break the cortex when we get in there! What's next, Peter?
I have no idea. I'm trying not to die.
Put your lights out!
I'm with you, bud! Let's squash this guy!
Rocket! Move them! Don't forget, we're a team! Coordinate!
Give me a target and I'll cut it down!
Ow, where the fuck did you come from?
This is bringing back war memories!
Only this time there's no resistance to help out! Get down here! Let me shoot you!
Fish? Oh shit, that was a...
If we see Raker in there, he's mine!
I got the kid! I know I can reach her! I am trying to destroy! These creeps need to know what the Guardians of the Galaxy are all about!
Guess they ain't seen our business card! Hey, Quill! Wanna see some fireworks?
I bet more.
Feels like we're up against the entire army!
Everybody showed up for this one!
Don't forget, we're a team! Coordinate! Crawl out, and I will demolish your foes! Keep the breathing room, Groot! Final stretch, people! Everything you've got!
Everything you got? Okay.
Guys, huddle up!
We throwing everything we got. We throwing everything we got. You know what I'm saying?
Victory will soon be ours, my friends, unless they send reinforcements.
If they do, we'll have to move.
Okay, sorry.
Hit them from a... But what if they're too fast? We'll need another plan.
Hey, hey, hey! Every battle comes with some kind of curveball. But trying to predict where it's gonna land only makes things worse. Relax. It's easy to overthink when things get tense, but if we focus...
We can hit him hard.
Who's with me? Feel my wrath!
Yes!
Feel him?
Lock and low, Rocket! Let's show them they met with the wrong freaking team!
You'd think they'd have learned their lesson by now! Haven't had a brawl like this since the war!
Glad I sat that one out!
Get that hand out of
Eat
here.
best!
Oh, wow! Remind me not to piss off Groot! whole church here?
Their focus should be divided between here and Lamentus, right?
Wizard, please stand before your temple gates! Come out and die! Somebody on the other side of that wall just had a pants accident!
This has got my name on it!
Is it me or we barely decking this thing?
We need to really pile it on! Good riddance.
Now the true battle begins.
Everyone ready? Game face is on.
Oh shit.
I have only one face.
Well, put it in mean mode.
Ha! Done!
What's everybody thinking?
I'm thinking if Goldie didn't finish him off already, I got a grenade with Raker's name on it.
Whatever they're up to with the Cortex, it stops now. This is nowhere. Our nowhere.
Destined right. Let's show these Flartnards the door.
I'll show them my blade.
It will be a glorious battle. We are with you, Peter Quill.
There's no secrets, is there? Any costumes? Look at the costumes. Yeah, I don't think there is. Let's just bounce.
Everyone quiet.
What did they do to the Cortex?
Nikki!
They strapped her to their Flarkin machine, and they're making the hand direct all the galaxy's faith energy right into it.
Fulfillment has begun.
We gotta get her out of there. But how?
Free the hand, and they lose power. I count 4 cables. Let's pull them out.
Okay. That's a giant ass hand, no cap.
My blade should be able to slice into them!
Show him some muscle!
Feel my wrath! Find another zealot!
Way to take him to church, man!
We need to get Nikki out of there before it kills her!
Ain't happening as long as all that juice is coming out of the hand!
The blockhead's amping up his buddies!
We must eliminate their medicinal conduit!
Watch out! That one will erupt if we shoot them!
Rhodes is hurting them into weapons!
What the fuck? What is happening?
Save your nice words for later, Quill!
Oh, thanks, buddy! Wipe them out, Rocket!
I can't believe they enslaved the continuous vortex! I mean, we've all thought about it, but still! What is next, Peter Quill?
Trying not to die.
Smash him up, Drax!
With fervor!
We're coming, Nikki!
He does not seem in pain! From this distance, anyway!
What's next, Peter? We need to free Nikki! She must be so
We
scared!
gotta unclog these Dastin things!
Working on it!
Work faster! Where is the Warlock?
Pounding the pulp out of Raker, hopefully.
That did something! Look at the hand!
All right! 1 down, 3 to go! We shut down this thing, we save the universe, right?
After we get the souls underutilized out of your pit, yeah!
Past time someone got stabbed!
Been too long since I blew something up!
Once Nikki's free, we're gonna need Warlock want to suck up his evil twin!
If he killed Breaker without me...
Why'd they have to be so high up?
I bet you can use your skips to get up there!
Let loose, Rocket! Halfway there, Nikki!
More of them keep coming! Get the rest done, Quill!
These fanatics only understand violence!
We'll have her free pretty soon!
Then we must deal with the Magus inside. Why do we not simply destroy the power sources?
You ever rupture a super state dump cell? No! Today ain't the day you want to find out what happened!
Oh my god, just grab the thing! I swear to god, if you fucking be an idiot one more fucking time.
I'm not about to give up when we're this close!
The bubble's shrinking!
It is still impenetrable!
What's next, Peter?
We need to get Nicky out of there!
I have no idea where the last one is. I think it's over there.
Groot's right! The bubble's shrunk! We can get at that last plug now!
Then let's get to it!
This has got my name on it!
Peter Quill, unleash me onto these fools!
Cut him off, Gamora!
We're almost there, Nicky! Hold on!
Can she even hear you?
Drax, sack up!
Prepare for me!
Damn right we're winning this! They can't stop us now!
Contemptible machine, your time is over!
That's right! Just give me a sec!
Die already.
I scrambled more than his brain with that one!
These deluded souls do not know when to quit! Peter Quill, fail us now and the galaxy is lost!
Not helping, Drax! What's
Out
next,
of
Peter?
my way, I'm trying to save my fucking kid. You ain't gonna stop me.
I am trying to destroy!
Here we go! Oh no! Guys! The handle broke! Another clamp is jammed!
So
I might need some help!
Yeah, tap it, tap it, tap it. Come on, Gamora, where's Groot? We need the whole squad. Yeah, get out of here, freaky looking hand thing.
Nikki!
It's okay, I got you.
Hands off me!
Why do you insist on ruining everything?
Because I like this.
If you won't join me, then just stay away.
This is why I don't have kids.
Nikki, this isn't gonna end how you think.
Says who? You? I saw what you did. You should want to take it back. I can feel the light inside me. The promise will be fulfilled.
Does she not realize her plan has been thwarted?
This. A minor setback. Isn't that right, Grand Unifier?
Right.
The Cortex was meant merely to ease the burden on you, Matriarch. We shall retreat. Please, give me an excuse to kill him.
Is this him? The first divine vessel?
A pale shadow to your magnificence, matriarch.
Let him watch me do what he could not. I'll draw faith across the entire galaxy myself if I have to.
If you think you can handle...
I'll handle whatever it takes.
Nick.
Bitch!
Damn it!
They ain't getting far. I got a tracker on Golden Boy's butt.
You what?
Yeah, I tagged him back on the bridge in case he ditched us again. We just gotta get back to the Milano.
Rocket, don't ever change.
Tracker's online. Confirming Goldie's on the Dastan Sacro Scut.
Seatbelts, everyone. We're going in hot.
Oh shit.
Crap. Hold on. Hold on. Got him! Alpha Hercules system, inside the Keystone Asterism.
Got it. Coordinates are in.
You're not getting away this time. Power down, power down.
How the flark are we supposed to fight that?
Hell yeah! Nova Corps!
Oh, hell
Your
yeah.
mind must have... Come on.
I don't think they're with the world mine anymore.
Cops flying next to pirates, merchant vessels, military. Anybody who would have fought back's already here. Playing for the wrong team.
So much for that.
Well, can't say we didn't try.
Nikki's in there somewhere. There's gotta be a way.
Yes, we overpower them with our own vastly superior fleet. Regrettably, we do not have one.
Guys, we do our best work when we're out of options. Somebody's got to have something. Gamora, thoughts?
Maybe Earth has heroes that can help us?
Those guys in the pajamas?
Mighty pajamas.
Trust me, Earth hasn't caught up to everybody just yet. We need somebody with a fleet.
Cammy, you have any ideas? Yeah, Cammy.
Drax.
You have royal blood. Perhaps it is time for the Prince of Spartax to return and rally his people.
You been to Spartax lately?
I have not. But Spartoi technology is well beyond...
Spartax was sacked during the war because of its tech. You can't even land there anymore. Groot, and no bad ideas.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. We're not going to the Chitauri.
That is the kind of wild card we're looking for, just not that one. The snakes would shoot us in the back.
Assuming they don't shoot us in the front.
Hold on. What if the answer's been slobbering right in front of us this entire time?
Peter Quill, this beast cannot operate a ship.
That's not what I'm saying. Think about it. Cammy's pretty much useless to us, but she's also useless to the church. They want people to brainwash. I bet animals aren't even on their radar.
They went after Cosmo.
Cosmo's mind is way more advanced than ours. His intelligence makes him weak to the promise, just like Rocket.
Thanks, but not an animal.
What I'm saying is we know someone with an entire beast army, and I bet Raker hasn't even looked twice at her.
How can you be certain she is not one of them?
Guardians of the Gut.
Oh.
Nope, she's good.
You do realize she still wants to flay us and feed us to her babies?
Guys, this is it. Okay, our one last long shot. We've got to find a way to apologize and make things right. Okay, we'll get her a gift. A peace offering.
Groot ain't going back in a cage.
No, think bigger. Way bigger. The one beast that she'd want more than any other. Drax knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes!
Oh, no.
You know where we're going. To Maklu 4! To battle the legendary Fin Fang Foom!
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're totally gonna fly into that, aren't we?
They say that the rings of Maklu 4 perpetually rain fire down upon the godless abominations that dwell below.
How fun.
I'm sure it's worse than it looks, too.
It is. Many of my people braved this same treacherous pilgrimage before me, never to return.
Mark! Hang on to something!
God damn!
Show off.
Hey, if you got it...
Mark! No! No!
Stabilizers are shot! Repair systems are overloaded!
If we are destined to crash, try at least to crash into Fin Fang Foom!
Nobody's crashing!
Oh, we're crashing! God! What am I supposed to do?
Clark!
These people...
What do I do? You gave the wrong person control of a crashing ship, honestly.
Mark! No! No!
Stabilizers are shot! Repair systems are overloaded!
If we are destined to crash, try at least to crash into Fin Fang Foom!
Nobody's crashing!
Oh, we're crashing!
What? Huh? What? Motherfucker! I can't land the ship.
Mark! No! No!
Stabilizers are shot! Repair systems are overloaded!
If we are destined to crash, try at least to crash into Fin Fang Foom!
Nobody's crashing!
Oh, we're crashing! Whoa!
Clark!
These peaks are treacherous, Peter Quill!
What?
I know!
Foom!
Nobody's crashing!
Oh, we're crashing!
You're not supposed to go down, you're supposed to keep it up.
These peaks are...
Whoa!
Clark!
Just trying to slow us down!
Fear! Fear!
Stop yelling!
Fear!
Watch out for the thing, Peter!
Which thing?
Can we not hit all the things?
Oh my god, I'm trying.
Watch out for the thing! Yeah, I got it!
God damn it, you guys take control.
Oh, Scott! Oh, Scott!
Sorry, didn't mean to hit that one.
So you meant to hit the other ones?
That's not what I meant.
God damn it. Oh,
Coming down hard. Hang on.
Oh, thank God. I mean, it's fast, but thank
Okay. Oh, a little bumpy, but we're all okay, right? And we're laughing. That's...
Gamora is losing her fucking life.
It's perfect. perfect! This is us! This is how we park!
Well, this is how Quill parks anyways.
We were not fated to die this day. Unless, of course, Fin Fang Foom devours us whole.
Hey, whoa, we gotta find him first. Shall we? Oh, this is insane.
This is how we
Yeah,
park,
it is.
Whoa! That definitely shouldn't be sparking.
We can worry about that after we catch our dragon.
Oh, yeah.
And convince Lady Hellbender to help us bust the church a new one.
Before setting out on our quest, let us rouse our spirits with the Katathian battle anthem.
What? Like now?
You know what? Flark it. Let's do it.
Listen closely. Ancient Katathian is a powerful tongue with words that hold great meaning. Follow as I lead the melody. Sotraju tukluk, Heldagor Morgath, Soltath Flandergath.
Really? We're doing this?
Targath Gonot Kol, Volmalki Ultat, Gotain Kol Galmak.
Targath Gonot
Yep, I guess we're really singing along.
Volmaki Utat, Gothen Kogalmak.
Pelmafin Sardu, Jodkaina Gultau, Gothen Kogalmak.
I don't know what the
Pelmafin Sardu, Jukana Gatau, Gothen Kogalmak.
Galmak, Galmak, Soltath Flandergath.
What does that last line mean, Drax?
Soltath Flandergath. It means we will be victorious.
Tricky ass man.
Man, this thing is ugly.
What made you bring that thing onto the ship?
Thought we could use it if we ever need to hide our identity during a job or something.
First of all, a Glarnot mask ain't no identity.
Glarnot, they're that gang from the Planet that Rains Emeralds or something, right? Or am I confusing them?
It's diamonds.
Oh, yeah.
And B, there's only 2 jobs I've ever needed a mask. The time me and Groot knocked over a top-secret lab.
Really?
Oh, yeah. The other time was when I borrowed a Glarnot mask and accidentally stole Groot from the Collector.
How'd you accidentally steal Groot?
You have to understand, Quill. I was on the run back then. The war was still raging strong, and them Kree scientists weren't exactly happy I left Half-World. I had to keep a low profile.
By robbing the Collector?
I was broke. And no offense, but the way the Collector plasters his face all over nowhere like he owns the place.
He doesn't own the place.
Someone had to knock him off his stupid flarkin' pedestal. The fact that I was drunk when I did it just makes it funnier.
Is there a bounty out for you that I should know about?
Relax. Anyways, I lifted one of them stupid Glarnot masks from some passed-out jerk at Mantlos, stumbled my way to the Collector's Emporium, put on the mask, flashed some shiny rocks I found, and when his assistant's back was turned, I bonked him on the head.
Oh, you're unbelievable.
I know. It was gravy after that. Once I was sure he was out, I started cleaning out the place. Woke up the next morning on a stolen transport with a bag of loot and Groot. Of course, he was just a baby back then, barely taller than a weed.
Aw, baby Groot.
I knew right then and there that I had to take care of him. A cage ain't no place for guys like us. We've been partners in crime ever since.
That, I believe.
Believe what you want, Quill. Truth is truth.
Oh, Rocket.
When did you guys rob a secret lab?
It was before we came after you. This Signog named Wheeler reached out to me and Groot. Wanted us to steal a bioweapon from some research lab in Arago 7. Piece of cake for a crack team like me and Groot.
Wait. And Groot wore a mask for this?
Man, you should have seen him, Quill. Bark naked except for the stupid mask of Thanos. It was flarkin' hilarious.
Yeah, I bet.
That was until we realized the eggheads on Arago actually hired Wheeler to get us there.
6 out of 10 times it's a trap.
Yep. Turns out they wanted to study us. My implants, Groot's regeneration, super valuable to the right bidder. By the time I realized what was up, they'd got Groot. Locked him in a freaking cage, Quill. Like an animal.
That's terrible.
Yep, well, joke's on them. We weren't about to be turned into science experiments anytime soon, so I went with plan B. One explosive charge later, and ba-boom, we were home free.
And the bioweapon?
Sold it back to Wheeler for triple the price.
Nice.
Yep. Those were the days.
I'll just put this back.
Okay then, I want this outfit back, I'm sorry, I need it. I love, this is by far my favorite outfit for Rocket, 5 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. We almost have the whole set. Again, I don't know if this is, or if it, because it's called the 5 Horsemen, and this is just called, what, the Apocalypse? Apocalypse Lord, so yeah, I don't know if this is the 5 Horsemen, it's just Apocalypse Lord, or it's a 5 Horsemen, like, Star Lord or something, I don't know, but if it is, we almost have the full set, we're just missing Drax.
Sure, the ship systems are in bad shape, but I think we'll be able to take
Does he
off.
do the 2 first again?
We'll figure out how to pull the giant dragon later. Who knows? Maybe it's really light. Like a bird with hollow bones. Dragons can fly, right?
I guess nothing. Okay.
Yeah, I think the environment controls are all right. Why? Oh yeah, the garden. I'm sure your plants can handle a little breeze. Don't worry.
We'll have to patch that tunnel.
At last, the hunt for Fin Fang Foom truly begins.
A monster that big's gonna leave serious marks all over the planet.
The Milano isn't gonna self-destruct or anything while we're gone, right?
How many times do I gotta tell you? The ship probably ain't equipped with self-destruct systems.
Probably.
All good, buddy?
I'm Groot.
I knew this day would come. I was destined to battle the Dragon Lord of Kakarantara.
Bet you didn't think you'd be fighting him with this team of a-holes.
I did not. But I am thankful fate has granted me this honor.
We're gonna pull this off. I know it.
Of course. We have to. For Nikki.
I agree. We ought to do it.
All right, let's do this.
Shivering tit witches, it's cold.
That's not really how that saying goes.
You want to correct me? Or you want to find Fin Fang Foom and save the galaxy?
I want Fin Fang Foom.
And the galaxy-saving thing, I guess. Assuming Hellbender even goes for this.
Lady Hellbender will go for it.
Okay, well, I ain't seeing no foom poop.
We should look for Catathian hunt markers. Testaments to the bravery of those who came before.
By bravery, you mean...
Glorious death.
And what do these hunt markers look like?
Like great stakes planted with honor and in service of redemption.
Sticks in the ground. Got it.
Okay, we will do that in the next episode. For now, I'm gonna end off this episode here. I'm pretty sure we're actually pretty close to the end.
After we're done saving
I think there's like 16 chapters.
Money at us, right?
So like,
I'm treating
we're
her
on
to
chapter
a tune-up
13,
and
so
a
I
paint
think
job.
there's 3 more. So yeah, kind of sad that we're near the end. I've been having a blast playing this game. I hope you guys been having as much fun watching me as I have. Watching me play it as I have been playing. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Ever since the day that you went away.
Peace!